to Thought Cops, the only podcast where every week we police the mean streets of the internet because, hey, somebody's got to do it. Oh! And then we let you be the judge, the jury, and the executioner in the court of public opinion, coming to you live from Neo Chicago. I am Officer Kevin.
Hi. And I am Grantara of the Mooney Suzuki clan, the 69th Kapkage of the village hidden in the thoughts.
He's wearing an anime shirt, so it's not racist.
That's true. Yeah, you're on this. What is this, a new brand for you?
It's a new brand.
This new season, new brand.
As we all know, famous artist, strawberries and cream.
Yeah.
Oh my. Created a new Twitter avatar for me.
I saw that was incredible. Yeah, you're decked out in Naruto and Adidas gear.
Yeah. So that's my new character. I'm trying on a new character.
All right, man. Well, it looks great on you.
This is the new season, so,
Is it?
New season. I don't know.
I guess it could be, in a way. Why not?
It's a podcast. Who cares?
Yeah, who gives a shit about any of this? Let's give a quick thank you to our guest from last week, Vito. Thank you, Vito Gesualdi.
I always just leave it to you to say people's last names because I'm not going to try.
I might have gotten it wrong.
If it was an Asian last name, you try.
Yeah. Oh, he would have fucking pushed me out of the way. So yeah, thanks.
I do the same thing. I push you in front of I always push you in front of the bus. I'm like, Kevin, you say that.
And I nail it every time. Mm. So let's give a warm welcome to a returning champ to the show. It's been a little while. It's been a little bit too long.
It's been a while.
This is, of course, Aaron Klopfer. What's up, Aaron? How's it going?
Hey, it's good. I like you guys updated the intro song. I like it.
We did, yeah. We you know what? Grant's got his own little rebrand. We got a little bit of a rebrand for the show. We're doing it.
It reminds me of, remember like when kids used to draw those cool S's? Like,
yeah.
I feel like the kid who drew that in detention, like that's the song that was playing in his head. Like just, it was really cool. Good job.
Thank you, Aaron.
Good work.
Aaron, you've been busy, man. You're hitting the stand-up scene here in Chicago real hard.
Yeah.
And you've also got your own YouTube and Facebook and content creation machine, I could call it. Instagram. Mm-hmm. Kloptube.
Yeah, Klopogram on the Instagram. And don't, please kill me. And Kloptube on YouTube. I'm trying to do more videos because I've been doing stand-up in Chicago for a while now, and I'm starting to get booked, but it still feels like I'm suffocating. So I figure I'll try to breathe in another medium, try to make some
sure,
videos.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. I mean, you put out, I know it's been like maybe a year since you've been on, and since then I know you've put out great video. God hates CBD.
Yes.
Yeah. I know it's been a little while, but you should still pitch that because people should go look it up and watch it.
Yeah, people seem to respond to me yelling at people on the street saying God hates CBD. And I did another kind of bit like that in Wrigleyville yesterday. It was very uncomfortable. I had a sign that says Google the Illuminati, and I just started telling people to wake up, and that was
oh boy.
And I had some conflicts with drunk Wrigley bros, so I'm editing that right now.
That's a great venue for that. So yeah, check out that's on YouTube, Kloptube.
Yeah, or Klopogram, or you follow me on Twitter. I won't shut the fuck up, so you can find all the info there too.
And speaking of that, Aaron, you've been on. Speaking of brands, Aaron, You've been quite mentally sick for some time. How do I even say this? Is there a podcast her? So you've been taking to social media, and I want to say, I don't know. You've been just going off on this my wife aesthetic. I guess is the easiest way to put it.
Yeah, I got bit by a radioactive Borat or something, and I haven't gone to therapy, and I've just kind of channeled all that into just doing the same 3 jokes on social media over and over, and it'll go through periods where people will hate me and unfriend me and unfollow me, but then...
Really?
Yeah, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's a very dividing kind of way I'm approaching social media, but the people who like it really like it, and then once every 2 weeks... after doing the same joke over and over again, is there a Galfiari or whatever? You know, like eventually, like they'll be like, oh, you motherfucker, you got me. So
exactly. It's like you've heard of the rule of 100s in comedy. This is the rule of 10,000s, and they just, you know, sometimes I go on, I'm like, yeah, fuck, that got me.
Yeah. And it's fun because like I'll see people who like I think hate me in the scene, but they're like, all right, you finally got me with this or that.
Yeah, and like, I mean, yeah, they're like intentionally bad in a way, but then some are also like very, very good. And that's when you hit that point where you're just like, oh, fuck. Aaron, you got me.
Do the same kick 3,000.
Yeah, well there's some Bruce Lee quote that's like, I'm less afraid of the person who's trained 10,000 kicks one time than one kick 10,000 times.
I've done the same. My wife tweet 10,000 times. Yeah.
I'm sure Bruce Lee would be very honored to have his life's work attributed to this.
There's been worse.
I'm sure.
I was wearing a Bruce Lee shirt at Jewel and someone at 1 a.m. You ever go to a grocery store like at nighttime and you're like walking through a haze because it's 1 a.m. and the lighting's all weird. And the cashier just said to me, you know, the Chinese government killed him, and I'm not going to argue with her. I'm just going to see where it goes. And maybe she's right. But I remember that being like a very, like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah, what were you buying to bring up that conversation?
I wasn't...
Were you just wandering around aimlessly with no purchases or anything?
I just had the kind of face that welcomed conspiracy. No, I was wearing a Bruce Lee shirt. It wasn't like I was buying like Bruce Lee like candy bars or something. I was just wearing a t-shirt with his face on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my new closer. That's that story.
That's a good one, man. Again, Bruce Lee, very honored, I'm sure.
Two of my favorite Twitter accounts are both Aaron related. It's either your Twitter account or someone made a fake Aaron Twitter account. Yeah, it's all just like things that like probably you would also say. And they're both so equally good. Fucking funny.
I know it was a group of people who run that, but man, like I saw a tweet on there the other day, and I could have like it's become indistinguishable at this point if it's you or if it's them. And I was just like, I wish I could remember what Aaron was like before all this happened.
I don't remember. It's one day you wake up and you just are who you are.
Yeah, you've been on this brand for a while, and I'm just like, I'm loving it, but I don't remember what he was like before this.
People think it's intentional. Just to me, it feels like just like I'm popping a mental pimple every day. It's like I wake up and there's a pimple and I gotta pop it. And most people don't like it, but some people seem to tolerate it. But it's whenever, like, sometimes I'll tweet something and the people who run the account will DM it, like, I was just about to fucking do that.
Jesus.
Like,
that's hilarious.
Like, I posted, like, during, like, a big Trump thing, like, is there a Jerry Woman-dring? Or whatever? And then I got a DM, like, you motherfucker, I was about to post that.
Oh, my God, man.
I find myself doing it. That's how much it's like infected my brain.
It's weirdly flattering because like you because you're not alone. It's like I'll think like, oh, I'm a fucking like knowing. I feel like I'm not. No one's listening, and then I'll get like DMs throughout the week where I was just kind of like, is there a so and so?
Yeah.
That's great, man.
It's weirdly flattering. But sometimes I just feel like we're all just drinking each other, like we're just puking each other's mouths and making it feel like. I'm an artist. No, we're all just puking into each other's mouths.
And you can hope for a lot less in life, honestly.
10 comedians, one joke.
It feels like that. I'm sure like everyone's been there, I'm sure with every circle, but that's the thing I worry about is just kind of like we're all just eating the same vomit and then vomiting it into each other. And then next thing you know, 5 years go by, you know?
Speaking of which, Yosef in the chat says, is this the pre-show or the podcast? We're actually recording, so...
And then he said boring.
He's not wrong.
Congratulations, Yosef. You just got banned from the Discord.
No,
everybody go to the Thought Cops Discord.
Hey, well, it's called a Discord, not a praise cord.
That's true.
Is there a praise cord? Speaking of praise cords, we got some show news here. If you want to talk about
I've had
your
quite a big week. Yes, I've had quite the week. I just got back from California last night. And I got to do a lot of cool stuff. And one of the things I got to do there was I got to be on the Mega 64 Poorly Played stream. I'll clap for myself on that one. Yeah. Big thank you to Garrett Hunter and Brian Abu Chakra for having me on the show. Garrett's been on the show before. Brian will be on at some point in the near future.
Hooray.
And yeah, it's a great, like, honestly, the PPS, the Poorly Played stream, is like one of my favorite things online, period.
It's a lot of fun.
It's just loose, fun. Garrett just taking calls, poorly playing a video game, hitting some sound drops. It's a blast. I've been watching it for years.
Doing some short sketches.
Yeah.
Some short advertisements.
So yeah, I mean, to get to beyond that and get to check out the Mega 64 studio was an absolute treat for me.
Yeah.
And
you did good too, because I have that like that sponsorship effect of nervousness where it's like I'm not there, but if it's someone that I know that's like on the screen, I'm like nervous for you. You know,
I get that.
You did really good.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a fucking blast. We went for like 3 hours.
Yeah. Get a lot of good reception in the comments that I was reading. Yeah, people were like, "Oh, he's holding his own."
Good. Yeah, I saw the Twitch chat was praising me. So
lighten up,
keeping me going. So yeah, check out on the Mega 64 Archives YouTube channel, the Poorly Played stream number 340. I'm on that one.
I'm sorry. I feel like okay. I'm just imagining like you as a grandpa telling like your grandchildren like, "Let me tell you about the time I rise to the occasion as a gamer." You know,
like, seriously. I mean, you know, kids these days. I'm telling you. But yeah, I also went. You can't.
I hardly know her.
Zwick.
Hell yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Boomer. There she is. See, I also went to.
There goes the dynamite. You remember that show?
Yeah, of course I do.
Which show is that?
Family Guy.
Ooh.
That was a Cleveland.
Is there a family girl?
Yeah. For the listeners at home, I'm wiping Grant's vomit off of my mouth right now. It's delicious. It tastes like old style whiskey.
That's exactly what it is. Only that.
I also went out to Mega 64 Game Days. I know last time Garrett was on the show, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Awesome experience. Actually, I was surprised at how many people knew who we were there. Because I was like, you know, I had free Thought Cop stickers and stuff. And I'm like, hey, you want a sticker? They're like, oh yeah, I know you guys. Oh, I've seen this before. I'm like, oh, really? So that was cool. So
and you didn't even have a mustache and a pair of aviators, and people are still like, hey, I know you.
So yeah, I was just like, you know, I was very flattered for that. So if you saw me at Game Days,
whoa!
Thanks for listening. And it was a great performance. Gerard the Completionist was there. VG Donkey and Leah were there. They were playing Derek's Mario Maker levels. And then we got a performance from Neil Hamburger, America's #1 funny man. So it was a great time. And of course, day at Disneyland.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And I also, quickly to mention too, we'll talk about this more next week, but friend of the show who will be on the next episode, Ari Grab, gave me a delightful tour of the Rick and Morty studios, where they make the cartoons move around and say stuff.
That's a good impression.
Thank you.
Is that Dan Harmon or?
No, that was Justin Roiland.
This is me being Dan Harmon. Someone grab the baby doll that I have in my closet over there and bring it over here.
I feel like that's a deep cut I'm not aware of.
That is a deep cut. We'll leave it at that. So, yeah, it was a great time. Yeah. Cali, baby.
Yeah, that'll be next time on Thought Cops.
Exactly.
That'll be, conversation fodder for next time.
So yeah, check out the Poorly Played stream episode and subscribe to Mega 64 if you haven't already.
Idiot. Well, they've been around since what, 2004? Subscribe to them. What are you doing?
Taking you so fucking long. Anyway, we got a show to do. So let's just do it.
Yeah.
So, of course, we'll get right to it. 2 minutes of hate. Oh, that very favorite, very famous segment of the show where we like to blanket punish these things we see online. They irritate us. They bother us. They get under our skin. You know what I'm saying, Aaron?
Yes.
People who are regurgitating the same content. No, I'm just kidding.
That could be one.
Could be. But I got a heater this week. My 2 minutes of hate this week is the Keanu Reeves burnout effect.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Al Gore up here because this is an inconvenient truth. We are burning through Keanu Reeves faster than fossil fuels, okay? Keanu Reeves is a treasure.
Yeah.
He's a national asset.
Right.
John Wick, incredible. The Matrix, we love it. But I feel like Keanu Reeves is just, he has all these ironic cameo appearances and stuff now. Remember the E3 thing? Like, you're breathtaking. and then he's in Cyberpunk.
You're all breathtaking.
He was in Toy Story 4. So what brings this one up for me is there's a new SpongeBob animated movie coming out where Keanu Reeves is in the movie, I think as himself or something. He's like this sage, but it's like it's his live action face superimposed.
It's just him playing him.
Yeah, and it's like
so...
I'm like, I saw that and I'm just like, all right, we're getting really close to just ruining this guy.
It's like if he doesn't have some sort of weird sexual allegation against him, there's no reason to cancel him or anything, right? So people just keep like spamming him into everything, and it's like, yeah, he's a likable guy. He's one of the people in Hollywood with the cleanest hands, most likely.
Yeah. Are you going for like an inflation of Keanu angle?
Yeah, it's like there's too much.
It's too much.
We need to just chill.
We all like him, but you keep shoving him in, and it's like the Jeff Goldblum effect, where Jeff Goldblum just gets cast as Jeff Goldblum to walk around and do Jeff Goldblum
exactly
things. And Keanu's just like, oh, I'm Keanu. I'm Keanu. I do Keanu things. You all like me. I'm Keanu. And it's like,
I feel like this old man who's like, no, the Keanu wells always provide water, and you guys are like the new wise kids. You're like, no, okay, you old fool, it's gonna run out. Yeah. And I feel like the Keanu well will never run dry.
It's just the thing that I'm afraid of is when it turns into this meme, and we like look at the shelf life of any meme. It's like a week, and you keep fucking inflating fake air into a pretend balloon. I don't know where I'm going with this metaphor, but you know what I mean. Where it's just like you can't keep resuscitating this meme and expect people to like it's gonna wear out just like every meme does,
Exactly. It's scary. Let's be honest. It's very scary. Mm-hmm. We don't want this to happen.
Yeah.
I don't want Keanu to get canceled.
It's like it's like you said, if he doesn't get canceled from some horrible allegation, he's going to get canceled by being a dead meme.
What if there's like a climate change argument? Like we have to sustain our Keanu.
That's what I'm saying. Seriously.
Exhaust. Yeah.
Like sea levels are rising. Keanu Reeves is in too many movies playing himself. He was in that, what was it, Ali Wong movie that came out recently.
Yeah, playing as Keanu.
And he was himself in that one too, and it's like, oh, he's so avant-garde and mysterious and aloof. And it's like, I agree, but let's just pump the fucking brakes.
And it feels like a fossil fuel kind of metaphor, because it takes years of development, and we just use it all at once, and it fucks everything up. It's like, this took 20 years to be as good as it is now, and we're just pooping it all out.
And then Bill and Ted 3 is coming out soon too. That could be the end. That could be the end.
If that movie tanks, people are going to be fucking devastated.
Do y'all fuck with stocks? Maybe Keanu's like a blue chip where he won't. Maybe he peaked, but he'll always be like okay.
Invest in Keanu coin now.
Yeah.
Well, there's still time.
I think you gotta sell Keanu now. Maybe
sell.
I know people wanted him
to
play
the day before that movie comes out. That's my market advice.
The one positive note on this that somebody brought up on Twitter was, I guess, what's his name, Kevin Feige or whatever, the guy who's in charge of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I guess they've been like begging Keanu to be in their movies, and he keeps saying no. Mm-hmm. And then he'll just keep taking roles in like SpongeBob and stuff as like a fuck you or something.
Good. Fuck
so
them.
in that sense, it's fine, but it's also scary. Let's be honest, it's very scary. So. My punishment for this...
Are you going to turn into a little Greta Thunberg and fucking... How dare you use up all our Keanu sitting there in your ivory tower enjoying these memes. How dare you?
Exactly. And I think that's my punishment is I just become the... Me and
12-year-old girl.
No, me and Greta just take the stage and we go on a fucking worldwide tour about the about Keanu awareness. And it's like, you know what? Fuck the planet. There's enough rotten people on this planet. And Keanu's not one of them. Like, let's be real here. If the planet fucking dies and burns out, there's a lot of rubbish people on this planet that I wouldn't be sad to see gone.
Yeah.
So
how often do you say the word rubbish? Because that sounds so organic.
I was just trying it out, actually.
How'd it feel?
Kind of weird, honestly.
Yeah. Well, you pulled it off. If I don't better, that's a daily word for you.
I like to get out of my comfort zone,
If you're gonna do it, you got to use a British accent to do it. Be like, oh, mate, it's rubbish.
Oi, Keanu.
Should Jesus. I be the guy who just in an American accent goes, bloody hell?
Bloody hell.
And just with no sense of irony?
Been watching a lot of Harry Potter movies lately. Harry's Potters. Oh, bloody hell. I sure could use a butterbeer right now.
Anyway, Aaron, what's your 2 minutes of hate this week? What's bugging you?
Someone messaged me to like their movie on Facebook, their independent movie.
Oh.
And at first I liked it because I saw the first name. I was like, oh, okay, I know this guy, Jared, but it was a different Jared.
Jared who? Dox him.
I don't know the name to dox, but I was having a bad day, so I was maybe a little bit mean. And he did the thing where he messages like everyone you could message in a private message. Like,
Yep.
Go like my movie. And I was like, okay, I think I remember you from way back in the day. Good for you. I'll like it. And then I looked, I was like, oh, I don't know this fucking person. You just friended me. I don't fucking know you. So just like it was kind of snooty, but I just wrote lol in the group chat and then left after, then unliked it. I liked it because I thought it was my friend.
God.
And I unliked it. So that was my magnifying glass on the ants moment.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes that comes out. Sometimes you think you're a zen, well-adjusted person, but then you crush an ant. And
it feels kind of good, right?
It felt kind of good. It's like internet road rage. It's like art road rage. It's like, I hope your art fails rage. And that's not a good place to be. But also that's not how you promote a movie, you know?
Yeah, for real.
You're fucked anyways. That's never how I've consumed anything, unless like we're friends.
Exactly, yeah.
That's just basic psychology.
Like it's hard to get something off the ground. We all know that in this room. Mm-hmm. All of us. But
I can't get my dick off the ground.
We can see.
So fucking stupid.
Well, that's the show. But
you got a dirty old ground dick.
Dirty old ground dick.
Hey, why don't you clean your dick, ground dick?
My feelings destroyed.
So yeah, no, I feel this. I mean, it could be hard to put a lot of effort into something and then feel like you're just shouting into the void.
Yeah.
It's soul crushing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you go to sleep and you start over.
We've been doing it for 142 weeks in a row. Well, not in a row, but nearly.
And shit, we're getting somewhere with it, you know? Well, it's been growing. Actually, just quick announcement. I mean, last month was our biggest month for downloads.
Yes.
By far.
True.
Well, not by far, but it like topped off whatever. I think we peaked somewhere around April 2018, and this was like our biggest boost since then. So,
we're coming for you.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, respond to our group chat DM. Please like every single post we put on social media.
Sorry, I cut you off, Aaron. Go ahead.
I already forgot.
Great.
So, I mean, this is a good one because I've been on that before, too. And it's like, first of all, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Second of all, I am a busy man. I don't have time to sit here and like your
You're a
bullshit.
bloody busy man.
I'm a bloody...
You don't have time for that rubbish.
It's fucking rubbish, man. So
you know what I am glad to see less of is like people who are like club promoters that are like,
oh,
my club. That's died out.
That's a thing in art now. You're like an art club promoter.
Yeah,
you'll DM everyone.
And it's just like, yeah, fine, invite people, whatever. But yeah, like at least know them, you know.
At least know them, because like I didn't know you guys, but Kevin put his cute old face in my face for like 6 months, just being like a charming fella, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a listen. And that, I don't know, like you did, or you don't just like, it's like not like we met like a normal person, or like just so like you were a human first, and then you plugged your art. You got exactly at least pretend to be a human, you know.
Grant tries to do that every day.
I'm fucking failing, man. Failing.
So what's your punishment, Aaron?
That's good. You get zucked.
Yes.
Okay, so I can't post a Shrek PP, but you could solicit.
That's not fair. Yeah.
Yeah, no solicitation of me liking your art.
Yeah.
There should be some sort of scale that's like, how annoying is this, you know? And if it's too annoying, people go, okay, you're zucked. If it's not annoying, well, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Post Shrek's penis. This doesn't bother me, you know? Yeah. It should be a voting system.
That's what I'm saying.
This is how we introduce democracy into corporationism.
How do we elect people for this jury? Is it like whoever like the top admins of certain groups are? Like the top admin on meme groups get to vote, and then like maybe throw like one Christian group in there to you know, even it out.
We all know what happens when you put the one Christian group in. They ruin everything. Look at the MPAA.
Or everyone goes to heaven.
Well, that'd be nice.
Point counterpoint.
Oh, before I forget, I've been listening to AM right-wing Christian radio lately, and it's just been fun. And
I wish I could do that because I get so fucking aggravated with shit. I didn't grow up with it. I can't turn it off.
Did you grow up kind of around it?
Kinda, a little bit, but there's some things where there are some things where I can watch things to get purposefully aggravated at them, and I get some sort of catharsis out of it. But some things I just like can't fucking like I can't watch a Steven Crowder video, for instance, because the guy bugs the fuck out of me. I can't look at his fucking face.
He's too much.
He's too much.
For me, Steven Crowder, I get mad at because it's like I could see how he could like change minds, but to me, like the Christian right wing dudes, like and folks, they're like they're so cartoonish. I'm like, whoever listens to them are lost souls, anyways.
Yeah.
But the thing I listened to last was like a call-in person was like, hey, so Father, say I was in Nazi occupied Europe, and I was harboring Jews, and say the Nazis came to my door to inquire about the Jews. This is verbatim.
Yeah.
Is it okay to lie, or is it bad to lie? And the preacher was like, no, you must not lie. Tell the Nazis to repent and be a martyr.
A lot of people did that. A lot of people died.
Yeah.
Look at the body count of World War II.
I thought this would be funnier. I wouldn't bring it. This is why I can't do like Bob and Tom. They'll be like, so you have a wacky story about going to the gas station? No, but like it's funny that a quarter of the country thinks that you're going to be immortal. You know, like, I don't know.
Is there a not her? God. Grant, what's your 2 minutes of hate?
Oh, you're asking me?
You bet.
You're asking me? You are asking me what my 2 minutes of hate is.
It would appear that way, yes.
How dare you? How dare you, sir? My 2 minutes of hate this week is that sometimes racism and hatred and bigotry is acceptable against those of us who, I don't know, wear shorts outside in the winter. Sometimes it's perfectly okay. Kevin, you're a racist, right? You're self-identified racist.
No!
Giving people shit over wearing shorts in the winter.
Yes.
Yeah, that's racism.
Okay.
Kevin, when did you first realize that you're a racist? Was it around the age of 10?
If you're referring
Did you get radicalized?
What I think you're referring to, the PPS call. So I forgot.
You've been giving me shit for a long time now. Okay, it started when I brought up not wearing jackets in the winter. Now I'm wearing shorts.
Look at this guy's fucking pants, Aaron.
Look at how nice my legs are, Aaron.
He's got some nice hams.
But it's fucking cold outside. This guy dresses like this every day. So while I was on the PPS, we had a group call from both you and Nico, and we were talking shit because, you know, it's cold out here in Chicago.
Yeah.
And you're out here wearing basketball shorts and getting sick.
I have a theory. Yeah. I think you're a dad without a kid.
Yeah.
I think you got dad syndrome. I think you're a young dad I think you're a dad in a young man's body.
I identify as a dad. And my pronouns are dad and
daddy.
Yeah.
One more,
daddy.
Yeah, I think you're indifferent to the rules that run the world, and you're gonna wear sandals.
Yeah.
With your toes out.
And I am. Yeah.
You're gonna wear your button shirts and.
Yeah. Well, this is a temporary. This is for you, actually.
I appreciate it.
Martin Felshman gave me this shirt. Very nice guy.
Yeah, Martin's the queen of my heart.
Yeah,
I love Martin. Yeah, but if I were to diagnose you, I think you got dad heart, you got dad brain. Nothing wrong with it.
I'm
not stigmatizing it.
Best type of jokes, dad jokes.
I think you just need a mommy.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, do I.
Sugar mommy.
Anyway, I'd like to bring in my first piece of evidence against Kevin. So this is a quote from January 31st of this year, 2019, year of our Lord.
I don't remember that far back.
Toxic masculinity is not having a beer with the boys, fishing, barbecuing. Toxic masculinity is wearing elastic waist basketball shorts outside in the winter.
That was sort of a riff on the...
How low can you get, Kevin? How low?
I could surprise you. That was a riff on the Gillette ads. Remember those?
Yeah, no, real funny. I like the tweet. I retweeted it, I believe.
I don't think you did.
I believe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
So, I mean, the only reason I'm upset about this is because I don't want you to get sick, because I don't want to get sick.
You've been sick this year more than I have.
Well,
if you remember correctly, on the episode when Charles called in,
yes.
I don't remember the exact date. You said you had the flu, and this was your Michael Jordan flu game.
Yes, I did.
I was not sick that week. How do you explain yourself?
You are sick between recordings.
No, it's not true. You have no evidence of this. See, I have that because you said that on recordings. You said that on the recording, so I have evidence.
I don't remember saying that.
You did say that.
Well, if some weirdo out there has the evidence...
I don't think we have enough fans for one of those weirdos to exist. Because I think we've put out that call before where someone's like, hey, clip this, and nobody does.
Remember I said find my Angel Fire site, and somebody found it like 2 hours later.
That is true.
And they got free Thought Cop stickers. So
well, that was Spaghetti, right?
Yeah.
Spaghetti
Productions.
Please find this.
See,
I'm not going to look
I'll
for
send
it.
you more stickers if you find it. That's the truth.
You said it the episode after. You were like, "Oh, I was so sick that episode."
Oh boy,
that's out there.
All right, well,
that's out there.
Somebody's
no proof of me being sick.
Somebody's getting free stickers, I guess, if they can find it. So,
and my final piece of evidence here. This is a I got this whole body of science behind me that shows wearing shorts outside in the winter is actually good for you. It's called therapy. Actually,
you're just playing a Joe Rogan episode.
Brianna Murphy tweeted out that it was free cryotherapy, and I liked that tweet. I might have also retweeted that tweet.
Brianna is a comedian.
Yeah.
Brianna also doesn't care about your well-being.
Yeah. She's also correct. And I have this whole article here that says the benefits of cold exposure. It aids your fat loss. It fights inflammation. It increases your immune system.
Keeps girls away.
Yeah.
Increases your lifespan.
And boys.
Yeah.
I love both.
May heal injuries and speed recovery. All I'm learning is that the more I wear shorts outside, the longer I'm going to live, and I'm going to be more and more vital. You're going to be over here. You're going to be sniffling. You're going to have your flu.
Do you work for Big Cargo?
I don't wear cargo shorts.
No?
No.
That's where you draw the line?
Yeah, that's precisely there.
Why don't you just dive all the way in?
I also don't wear the shorts where it's like the pants and then they zip off into shorts. I don't do that either.
That's good.
I think you should lean into it. Don't tiptoe the line. Just go with the splash zone.
Yeah.
Don't fight it.
All right, so my punishment for these racists, I think this will be a good punishment. This will be like, I think one of the punishments we follow through with. Not a lot of times, a lot of times people get away. We say, hey, Milo Yiannopoulos, you're canceled or whatever, and then it gets canceled. But a lot of times we're like,
shorts.
Whatever.
And as we know, you've lost so much money in speaking fees over your shorts.
It happens, but no. My punishment this week is this is going to introduce a new segment to the show called Cop versus Cop, where the next person to get sick either has to wear pants for the rest of the year or has to wear shorts for the rest of the year.
I'm not fucking wearing shorts, dude. I'm not fucking wearing shorts.
That's my punishment.
You need Kevin to wear pants because he's your only hope to network for the podcast.
Point counterpoint. I see.
Unless you're trying to convert people at the gym, I think you need Kevin out there not scaring people.
I'll make an exception. You can wear the pants that zip off into shorts. How about that?
So if I'm at a networking gala,
yeah,
I can
you can zip your pants back.
Watch your numbers drop if Kevin goes in shorts. You guys need to equalize each other.
But the more I wear shorts, the more our numbers get bolstered.
You both yin and
all
yang.
of October. October was our biggest month.
I think you'll like.
I wore shorts all of October.
That might be a coincidence.
I don't think so.
For your guys' jobs, who do you think gets exposed to more germs?
Definitely me.
Jim.
Yeah, gyms are fucking filthy.
Yeah, whenever I start working out a lot, that's when I get sick again.
Yeah, and I'm there 6 days a week.
Do you feel like it makes you stronger, or do you just feel like you're just constantly fighting it off?
I do feel like I'm fighting off a lot of shit, but this year I haven't gotten sick yet. So, yeah, knock on the table as much as possible.
Yeah. Sorry, Zwick.
It's fucking gross, man. I see people all the time. I'll be in the bathroom washing my hands, and someone will like be shitting and just walk out and go do a set of squats, and it's like, you're fucking disgusting.
It's another way to get stronger.
Speaking of disgusting and getting stronger, if you haven't listened to Thought Cops before, every week we investigate the internet's outrage-inducing news stories, and then we sentence each perpetrator to a cruel and quite often very unusual punishment. So let's get right to it. I told you all I was at Disneyland this weekend.
Yeah.
And Disney Plus came out. Big week for Disney. So people are not exactly thrilled with some of the products that the Disney Plus streaming service has to offer.
Oh!
So
I think Aaron was going to say something, and then I yelled.
I mean, it's not much, but I just know they censored like the Gravity Falls, like vaguely communisty logo. I don't know if that's why they censored it, because it kind of looks communisty.
I didn't even know about that.
But yeah,
I saw an article about that.
For Gravity Falls, the old grandpa dude, he just has a red hat now, which is impressive.
A red hat, eh?
Hey,
what's it say on it? Anyway,
nothing now because they censored it.
They could have replaced it with something else, but one word: McClunky. So this is one of the lamest, dorkiest debates of all time. Is the who shot first debate? Han Solo or Greedo? Is that his name? Greedo. Some fucking green guy.
Hey Han, oh, you owe me money. Hey,
McClunky. Hey,
McClunky here. Oh,
so the original.
Hey, I'm spacewalking here.
So the original copy of the movie was Han shooting first, and then later versions of the movie changed it to have the other character shoot him first because Han Solo's a good guy and these movies are for kids.
I thought the whole point of Han though was that he's not a good guy.
Yeah,
he's a smuggler and a piece of shit.
Yeah, but they didn't want to have him be that bad, so they changed it yet again. Where I believe Greedo does shoot first, but he yells the word McClunky for some reason. There's nobody named that. It doesn't mean anything. He just yells McClunky, and it's like, why? People keep complaining about these movies getting changed, the CG effects that are thrown in there, but now it's McClunky?
Maybe it's like a sleeper agent kind of thing. Like when you hear it, maybe like at the snap of like Walt Disney's in some kind of like freezer right now.
He's like the Manchurian Candidate. He wakes up.
The Mandalorian Candidate.
The Mandalorian Candidate.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he's
McClunky.
Maybe that's just like the seed he planted in our heads for like the rise. And one day we'll just all hear on our Disney Plus like McClunky, and then we'll just start marching towards like DC or some shit.
Yeah, so he can finally get his movies that he sold the rights to back.
But it's not just Star Wars. You know, of course, Disney owns many properties now.
They own all of them.
Yeah, except
they
for us.
own everything.
Except for us, and we are for sale. So Disney Plus also owns Fox, which owns The Simpsons. And apparently the aspect ratio got fucked up.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
So Simpsons is, of course, an older, well, I guess it's still running, but the good ones are from the 90s. So it's the 4:3 aspect ratio, but they've... do you have Disney Plus, Aaron?
Yeah, I got the trial right now.
So do they zoom in on it kind of and then make it widescreen?
I haven't noticed because I've been watching Simpsons, but I've just like been doing it while like I do chores and shit. Yeah. So I haven't noticed the visual gags I'm missing out on. But I guess it's a little wider, maybe? I could be wrong.
Yeah, so I guess they zoomed in and like so it fits the screen, but the top and bottom are kind of cut off in some respects. So there's certain gags, like there's one in particular where they're taking a tour of the Duff Beer Factory, and there's like the Duff Beer, Duff Light, Duff Premium or whatever, and you see like the three pipes leading into there. But the gag is that there's one pipe connecting all of them, so it's just coming out of the same tube. But the Disney Plus version doesn't show that. It just shows the visual gag is completely ruined.
Yeah.
And that may sound minor, but apparently there was a few other examples of that where The Simpsons relies a lot on visual gags.
So good.
And it's like, why would you do that? People have been waiting years and years and years for The Simpsons to come to streaming services, and this is how they treat us?
I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I guess it's just like a one-size-fits-all thing. It's just like, they're not worried about that because that's the thing about comedy. Like, I'm not trying to do like a small violin for like how comedy has a casualty when like there's big purchases of rights or whatever.
Yeah.
But they're just like, let's just churn it out. They don't give a fuck about people laughing. They're just like, people are going to watch it because it's The Simpsons. Because
boomers are going to get mad because it doesn't fit the whole screen.
Dude,
it's just like they're gonna why is there black bars on the side of the screen? It's because that's what it looks like.
Can we leave boomers alone? I think they've had a hard few years.
Zwick, could you please bleep out that word?
You just triggered something deep inside of me because every time I fucking go to my parents' house, like any TV show or movie or whatever we'll be watching, like the entire time, like the entire 2.5 hours or whatever, my dad will just be sitting there fucking with the aspect ratio. And I'm just like, fucking leave it alone. And it's like you get things that are cut off and like he goes, oh, well, I can't see the side of the screen. So he'll like zoom out and then it'll be like, I don't like the bars there, so we'll zoom back in, and I'm just like, fucking put the remote down.
Oh my god, it's awful.
So yeah, it is a fucking boomer problem.
That's why it's a good thing my dad's dead, because now I got the remote. So
oh my god. Yes. So
always making
Disney.
me feel better about myself, Aaron.
Disney Plus. Also, I guess that some of the more, and I think this is probably not the worst way to go about it, but some of the more problematic older content, I guess they put warnings on saying yada yada yada. This is once a belief system in this country, no longer is.
Yeah.
Which
Warner Bros did that a long time ago.
with Looney Tunes. Yeah. Which I think that's fine.
Yeah.
It's better than editing it, I guess.
Yeah,
because I think
better.
it's important just to, I don't know.
Historical context. You have to understand, like, hey, you can't erase history. The best you can do is learn from it. Like, you can't undo the past. This all fed into, previous.
Yeah, that being said, there will be a Song of the South world in Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. So, but there will be a warning. There'll be a warning on it. So
that'll be so cool.
I think it's cool. Like if a kid takes in like the warning or the disclaimer, they need that reference point to see, because otherwise they'll just think that the world's always been in the bubble they've had.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think reference points are powerful.
Yeah.
For that kind of stuff.
But there are some people that are like, oh, they put this racist cartoon up. How dare they? And it's just like, they put Dumbo up. They didn't edit out the racist crows in it, and it's just like, yeah, they shouldn't.
Well,
that they're funny.
It's good to leave that.
Jesus.
You need stuff like that.
I will laugh at them, but not because I think that it's like, oh, haha, black people. It's because it's like, oh, haha, look at how fucking bad things were.
I just want to clarify, because it sounds really bad out of context. Is I just said we need them, like, and then I just be like, you need that because otherwise people, I think, underestimate like how we're still playing catch up with a lot of racial shit. It's like that wasn't that long ago, so we need to remember that like this was on cable for like a kid's Saturday morning cartoon just like not too long ago. So let's not forget that. So when people are still saying like we're fucked in this circumstance here or there, we don't ignore it.
I love that like argument about like the racialization of shit like in current modern day America, where people are like, well, slavery was 200 years ago. Slavery was blah, blah, blah.
That's 3 comes.
But like, it's like
4 comes and 7 years ago.
My parents are old enough to have lived through like civil rights. Like that's one generation. Mm-hmm. Not to mention the drug war and all that shit. But it's like, yeah, the shit is not that fucking far removed.
Should I be a professor at what's a
university?
What's the name of like a woke kind of like major?
Gender studies.
Just I'll just reference things and come like women couldn't vote till 4 comes ago.
Sad but true.
Mm-hmm.
So the punishment here, Disney.
How many times do we have to go after Disney?
Thank you.
As much as it takes. Yeah, we're doing God's work. That's right.
Disney did put out a statement saying they're going to fix The Simpsons.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. So.
Well, there you go.
Well, we still got to do something. Can't just sit here and be passive.
I have a punishment.
Yeah.
Okay, so a disclaimer saying that we used to hate Jews.
Before every movie, because Walt Disney is an anti-Semite. Is that true?
I don't know.
I shouldn't just say that like I know.
I don't know. It's just a thing that's just kind of like if you eat a watermelon, the seed that grows in your tummy. For all I know, it's that.
Well, according to the episode of the Rugrats, it does.
And I'm Jewish. I'm not just belittling. I just don't fucking know.
Joseph in the chat, who's German, so he would know. He said Walt Disney wasn't an anti-Semite.
Okay.
So.
Oh, checks out, internet guys.
He did do like a what's that one where he made a cartoon about the Hitler Youth, which was like anti-Hitler Youth. He said it's a smear.
I don't know.
By Hollywood communists.
More like schmear.
Great.
To be fair, I think just everyone back then had like they had a thought about Jews that
A lot of people did. A lot of people had some disgusting thoughts about just everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of disgusting thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's us. I don't know.
Thoughts or thoughts?
I don't know what I meant. Take it away.
Okay.
You guys ever been to a gender reveal party?
No.
Online.
I feel like...
Seriously?
I mean, I've witnessed it secondhand. It's not like a Facebook event. Like, we're going to live stream the baby colors, but I've seen a lot of YouTubes or Twitters. Yeah.
So this is a kind of a newer thing, right? Because I don't remember this when I was a kid. Where
I don't really remember it either. Or at least not in the way that people like pop a balloon and then it's like a blue color comes out or something. Yeah.
So this is a newer thing, which I think is kind of strange, just given the whole discourse around like gender and sex, where now we're obsessed with like the baby's gender is boy, where it's like, well, maybe not, probably, but point being, people are taking it to extremes now, where they're blowing up shit. And so I guess somebody, it's a boy, and there's a bunch of blue smoke, but then everybody at the party is stabbed with explosive shrapnel. So in the past week alone, there was like 2 or 3 different gender reveal mishaps where people were, I think some people might have died or at least got very hurt. So
this isn't like the 2019 like extreme fucking...
I know. And so Google that, like gender reveal mishaps. I know I had some examples on my phone here.
Gender reveal, but I hardly know her.
There you go. Let's see.
I got one from Forbes that says, here's yet another gender reveal mishap. A plane crashes in Texas.
Right. It's like, what is this? The Sully's fucking gender reveal? Guy who crashed a plane? Anyway.
I thought he landed a plane upside down.
Oh, that's right. No, he
Or was that Denzel Washington?
I think that was a fictional story. But anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So anyway... People are having babies and having parties for the babies that aren't born yet. First of all, what if the baby gets, doesn't work out? Comes out all scrambled.
What if the baby doesn't work out?
I think that's the least of their problems. Like, oh no, we spent money on the pink powder.
Yeah, that would suck.
Hold on, I'm just doing research. You keep talking. I'm going to do this research.
Do y'all think the gender reveal thing's like a reaction to the gender discourse going on? It's just kind of like they feel threatened like by people kind of saying fuck binary. They're like, okay, let's go extra binary.
I don't even think that's true. I think people are just more and more self-indulgent. Where they're just like,
you think it's just a social media thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's absolutely right. It's probably just like we could do this in our phones now.
And it's like you could, and it's like it's called a gender reveal party. And it's like you could call it like a baby sex reveal party, but that'd be like weird, because it's like technically you're just revealing the sex of the baby, but you say baby and sex enough times in the same sentence, nobody's going to want to come.
Well, I mean, some sickos might.
They might. I think they might actually come prematurely.
Yeah,
it's like premature.
And that's how they're made, folks. It's a boy. So
I was looking up there was like a YouTuber that did a gender reveal party that like farted a blue cloud and then everyone's like it's a boy and it's kind of stupid.
Pretty cool.
I was gonna like pull it up and play it on the show, but it's fucking dumb.
What would
at least it's out there now.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Well, if you could plan how your parents revealed your gender, would you want them to, or would you want to do it a special way? Like if you could you tell a story at a bar, like the way my parents did mine apparently was they did a kickflip and then this happened.
So my parents are like morally against like knowing what the gender of the baby is until it's born sort of thing.
What is that?
I don't know.
Is it just kind of like don't count your chickens till they hatch or something?
I don't in a certain way. So it's an old school mentality sort of thing. But at the same time, it's almost a little more open-minded than like some of the stuff we're talking about right now, because it's sort of like, oh, well, what happens sort of happens, which is open-minded, but, they still very strictly adhere to gender norms, but it's one of those things like someone in my family would be like, oh, well, we just found out the gender of the baby is a boy. And my mom would always be like, very, very nice.
Thank you.
My mom would always be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you pants wearer.
Yeah. Look at Pants Man over here, thinking he's better than everyone else. She'd be like, well, don't you want to be surprised? And it's just like, who the fuck cares?
I'm a big supporter of if the doctor tells me information, I'll listen to it. And I don't know.
Yeah, doctors are smart.
I like doctors. I'm a little doctor slut.
So the trend of gender reveal parties began around 2008 when blogger Jenna Carvonitis wrote about the event she held for her unborn daughter. Couples adopted the tradition and created increasingly complex ways to convey pink or blue for friends, family, and social media. Gender reveal ends in death. Woman dies after being struck by debris from gender reveal pipe bomb explosion. That's a related story on the story about the plane that crashed.
So it's social media accelerationism. Someone started doing it, and everyone just wants attention for having done it.
Fourth suspect indicted in murder for hire at fake gender reveal party in Ohio. In October, an Iowa woman died after being hit with shrapnel from a gender reveal explosion. The sheriff's office said family members working on ways to make a fun announcement of a child's gender for social media inadvertently created a pipe bomb.
And it reminds me of like the anarchist baby book. Like that's a thing.
Yeah, like why? Who gives a fuck about any of this shit?
I can understand just like, okay, so we do podcasts, we put our energy into a bunch of things, but if you're just like a mom or a dad out in like Connecticut, I understand like, let's go to Walmart and get like the cool balloons. Like that's their podcast.
Yeah.
That week, but don't fucking make an explosion, you know?
That's true, man.
It's just people trying to outdo each other, you know?
The podcast is my son. That's
basically.
Actually, the podcast has no gender. It's just content for all to enjoy.
I love it.
A cop could be any gender.
Yeah.
That's how progressive we are.
So let's see. The punishment here.
They killed the unarmed person.
Yeah. The punishment is they kill the unarmed person. Who said that? That was a good idea. Thanks, Aaron.
We really do have to follow through with Vito's idea of like sticking everything onto a wheel and spinning the wheel. And
dude, Garrett had a wheel at the PPS, and I'm like, we need one of these.
They have a wheel at work that was, I think, being used for the spa, but the spa just closed down at work. Oh, so I think I could probably just steal it.
I'm
gonna try to.
Well, you're on record, so let's let's make it happen.
So you guys know Pornhub, right?
Nope.
Pornhub.com. I believe the largest source of like internet pornography in the United States. They purchase Super Bowl commercials and all that. They got a lot of purchasing power.
The big game.
They're probably bigger than Disney. I'd be willing to say that it's probably close.
They're bigger than Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
Disney Puss.
Disney Puss.
So yeah.
But in a strange turn of events, despite the fact that they're generating so much money and so much income for the most gifted in society. This is an article by Vice. PayPal pulls out of Pornhub, hurting hundreds of thousands of performers. They can't pay their adult performers anymore.
See, I was always curious about this because I thought that Pornhub was just like re-uploading people's hard work for free. No pun intended. Go on.
I think it probably works similar to YouTube, where there's probably like a more strict version of YouTube where people can like claim things and be like, hey, this is my work, take it down. And I think that they probably take shit down.
It's harder with porn.
Yeah.
I haven't read much about it, but I think that's a lot of times is like they'll be like a big company with a bunch of sister companies, and they'll be told something like, let me this is okay. We're just going to make this movie for like a small DVD distribution.
Yeah.
Then next thing 6 months go by, they're like on the front page of Pornhub, and they're like, but you told me that it was just going to be a small distribution.
Yeah.
And their comfort level for exposure was like for a small circuit, and versus like, but Pornhub owns the rights, so if they want to, they can make it. So it's like, that's the that's literally all I know about it.
And I think when we had Charlotte on the show back episode 99, so that's like half a year ago. Jesus. The hell does the time go? Or was that a full year ago?
No.
I don't know. I can't do math.
Almost a year, actually. Anyway.
And she said something along the lines of like how it has it's this basically this big monopoly, and if you're not on it, you're not making any money, but since it's such a huge entity, you're not going to make any money from it. Mm-hmm. So I think people put stuff up on it and make money, like make a very little amount of money, but then sign up for like OnlyFans or whatever. Like she said she does.
Yeah, OnlyFans.
Maybe it's like in comedy when you just do bar shows.
Yeah, for peanuts.
Yeah.
And drink tickets.
So I don't know why. I'm trying to read about why they pulled out of Pornhub, which pun.
Because they're about to come.
Yeah, because PayPal is following review. We have discovered that Pornhub has made certain business payments through PayPal without seeking our permission. We have taken action to stop these transactions from occurring. So people are saying that this is, discriminating against sex workers. Yeah.
Well, also, why is PayPal are they a Christian? How much money do they get from Christian organizations? Why the fuck do they care?
That's a good question.
It's it's not like Chase Bank is do not cut our checks to a sex work. I don't understand what the fuck.
Chase what matters.
We sort of ran into this a little. Did we talk about the Dick Masterson's website getting pulled down because none of the banks wanted to? I think we talked about it on a ride along episode, but I don't think we talked about it on the show. And it's a similar thing where these companies do have sort of a right to deal with who they want to do business with, but on the other side of things, because they're really the only online payment processing companies, and they do have this monopolistic reach that if they pull out of I keep saying pull out and it keeps really bothering me.
I'm mature.
They don't have other options. There's no other options because that's the only one, and they're related to Stripe or whatever, and however that fucking works. And it's if you don't get payments through Stripe or through PayPal or through a bank, you don't have other options. There's no other way to make money off of anything online.
I'm just confused what PayPal. I know they have the power, but what do they lose by the porn industry using them?
Yeah, I don't know. Unless they're getting implicated in some sort of illegal activity or some shit.
A tax thing or something?
Maybe.
I don't fucking know. It's more fun to figure out stuff like this and trying to be funny on the podcast. This is way easier.
This is the big brain portion. Everything, all the jokes were just fucking us thinking very shallowly. This
childish.
Is us getting to the bottom of society's ills by figuring out how come pornographic actresses aren't getting paid their rightful money.
I feel like the agent and the Catch Me If You Can't. You know how that finance. Tom Hanks character in Catch Me If You Can. He was a big finance federal investigator.
Yeah.
I'm like that, but for sex work.
That's the punishment. Aaron is the star of the movie where he's trying to figure out why there's no money in Pornhub.
He's wearing a fedora and one of those big raincoats, and underneath that raincoat, nothing.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Cuck Me If You Can.
Cuck me
if you can.
Same theme song.
Exactly.
Da-na, 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 da-na. Nah, what song is that? You get it, that's the right song. No, I'm off key, but that's the right fucking song.
It's all the same to me. It's all Greek to me.
It's all Greek town, neo-Greek town to me. Anyway, this week's Thought Cop's Key to the City. We were to shine a little bit of a light on something positive for once in our fucking lives. My key to the city this week goes to Mega64 for having me on their show. Is that
Suck up.
And,
brown noser.
Am I wearing a t-shirt as well? Yeah, and also for organizing game days. It was so fun. Anyway,
Aaron, do you have a key to the city this week?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the username on my friend. My buddy Austin Mooney's been helping me shoot a lot of videos.
Is he related to me?
Possibly.
Oh, strange.
Austin, what the fuck is his Instagram? But he will not accept payment, and he's been on Instagram. He's Shithouse 2001. He makes funny videos, and he's been selfish. He's without asking for any, he won't accept any money, and it's been very kind. So thanks for helping me make content, Austin.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Good on him.
Shithouse 2001. It's very naughty.
Very nice.
He has naughty content.
My key to the city this week goes to pirates. Just pirates in general. Pirates keep the internet going round. They're the only ones standing up to these big monstrosities of corporations. As soon as The Mandalorian came out, the first episode, within an hour, they had it on Pornhub. Would be awesome. Would be a great third-party way of watching that. But no, they had it up within an hour on the Pirate Bay. Because fuck Disney.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning piracy. I am, but I'm not condoning it for legal purposes, and I'm not saying that I do it. but I am saying that they do deserve a key to the city.
Why's all the rum gone?
Would you say pirates are bay? Pirates?
Would you?
Pirates bay?
I would say that. Is there a pie her?
I don't think that's how it works.
I was going for a meta thing.
Okay.
Yeah, meta commentary on the... Let's get to the voicemails.
Yeah.
But before we do...
And this week's Thought Cops word of the week is self-partnered, which means single.
Yeah.
I actually like... I know it sounds like a very overindulgent, but I think it's actually cool. I think there's a sense of I don't know, you should self-partner, you should self-parent. You don't gotta... I
mean, there's nothing wrong with being self-sustained, but I don't know, man.
It's a little strange because partnering Jesus, I don't even know how to collect my thoughts on this.
Yeah, we'll just
the idea of partnering as being the basic unit of a human being is two people together.
Yeah,
and you're oh well, I am myself, two people together. Doesn't make a lot of sense. In the same way that single is just you're just a person. It's just a descriptor.
You're always just a person.
Why are we always thinking about these descriptors all the time? Go take a fucking walk up the side of the mountain or something. Do something, Go fucking, I don't know. Go find a lady that you like and talk to her. Be like, hey, I like your shoes or whatever. I like your hams.
Damn, can I use that? That's smooth.
You can. You have my permission. But you know what I mean? All this pressure on how people define themselves and whatever. It's go fucking read a book. I don't know.
I think it's douchey to say this is how you should reference, how you should frame it. But I think it is helpful to have some kind of visual way to indicate what to shoot for mentally. Because in therapy how they'll talk about self-parenting.
I thought you weren't in therapy. Hence the jokes on Facebook.
I've been in therapy.
All right.
Yeah, I need to figure that out.
We've all been in therapy. Anyway, continue.
It's okay. This is me being silly, but I feel if you self-parent in your head, why not self-partner in your head? You could do be unconditionally nice to yourself you're your own parents. Why not be oh, you're your own boyfriend? I know it sounds fucking weird.
Honey, I'm home.
Yeah.
Do that, hi, Kevin.
Yeah, do that oh, I'm home. Just super.
How was your day?
Yeah, otherwise just next thing you know, and why spend 6 months just hating being by yourself,
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I do get it from that sort of justification standpoint. I think it's the outward expression of it that always comes off as weird,
The way people express it is very shitty. Because is it an authoritarian kind of thing? This is the new way you should do it.
This is the correct way of identifying.
That pisses me off. But as here's a Chrome extension for your brain if you want to use it. I like that.
No, I tell people stuff like that all the time when they're oh, I'm going. You go oh, well, conceptualize this as this, even if this isn't this. If this helps you get through life, whatever. It's people that have sort of existential issues, and it's hey, if it helps you to not be religious but to think in a sort of religious sort of standpoint or whatever, it's not hurting anybody, whatever.
Too much time
on this. What the fuck are we talking about?
If you want to wear shorts, you can wear shorts.
Fucking sicko.
It helps if I conceptualize myself as wearing small pants.
But I feel where you're going. I feel similarly. It's just kind of I don't know. I think people just need to frame shit sometimes in whatever way works.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah. If you're weak of mind, that's good. Anyway. Aaron, where the hell can we find you on the internet?
Instagram at Klopogram. K like Kit Kat. L like Lucy. O like Oscar. P like Peter. P like Peter. A like Apple. G like Grape. R like Richard. A like A. I didn't sleep last night. M. I think I spelled it right.
M is in Nathan? Just kidding. M is in Michael.
M is in Michael.
Klopogram. And then on YouTube?
Kloptube. It's Kloptube. You'll figure it out. And then Twitter, Aaron Klopfer. And also, I got a new job running the Starbucks Twitter.
Oh, that's right.
Chicago's biggest Starbucks opened up, and they gave me the keys to the Twitter.
What is it, Chicago's biggest Starbucks or the world's biggest Starbucks?
It is the world's biggest Starbucks
in Chicago.
And you could follow me representing the fine company of Starbucks at Big Starbucks.
I'm going to do that right now.
I already did. I've already retweeted it once or twice.
Thank you. There's a lot. It's good stuff on there.
It'll just be a tweet of like big coffee. And that's it.
It's how Schultz is on my ass. He wants me to post about big coffee every day.
Bring me pictures of big coffee.
I want pictures.
That's my J. Jonah Jameson, if you didn't pick up on that.
That was good.
Thank you.
Let's get to the voicemails. If you haven't left a voicemail before, you should. You can do so at 312-788-7361, or you can send an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. Hit it.
Zwick, take out Kevin's snap at the end and add in your own snap.
Hey, Aaron, it's your boy Brandon. I'm calling from our D&D session right now, but we're always glad to take time to make fun of you. So my question is, I've been reading a lot of manga, but where's all the woe manga? You know what I'm talking about? Fuck you, Aaron. Anyway.
It's a big blow.
Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Is there a little baby Pac-Man?
Oh, it's Julie.
Hi, Aaron. I love and respect you. And don't let these cats get you down, okay? This is Rob. By the way.
Why are they playing D&D without me?
But yeah, what Rob said, exactly. You suck and you're terrible. Bye.
That's why.
I'm gonna mess. They played board games without me.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
That's the biggest takeaway.
They also played it without me. How come I didn't get the invite?
It's true. Should we? Where do we go from here? Do we call them out?
I think we show up at their house and just start raising hell.
Brandon's got a nice house now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, y'all were there.
Yeah.
It was fun. He's like the only Chicago County person with a home, who's not like an evil
and a wife.
And a wife.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do like evil finance where he's not like one of those like companies like I sell stocks for the devil and I have this awesome condo. He's just got a nice house. I feel like I completely derailed from the point from the voicemail.
Oh, the point was they don't like you. I guess.
It's
there was when I was on his podcast.
That should be coming out soon, Podzuki.
Yeah, it should be out by around Thanksgiving. Towards the end of the show, there was a segment where he just called your phone and we all left you a voicemail.
He's been doing that. A few days ago, he called me. He kept texting me like, okay, could we call in an hour? I'm like, okay. And he's like, can I call you in 30? So it was like all this preparation to make sure I was wrangled to be at the right place at the right time to take the phone call. It was like a 3-second, is there a so-and-so? I didn't hear what they said. And they were just like, is there a so-and-so? I just said, what? And they just all laughed and hung up. So it
Sounds
used to
about
be
right.
like at least they made me feel like part of the podcast where like let's play some game. Now they're just rightfully just shoving my face in my own shit.
They're just bullying you.
It's like shoving a dog's face in shit. I've been taking a lot of shit, so it's been a long time coming.
The daddy poo.
Daddy poos.
Hey, Thought Cops. It's Brad from Phone Losers.
Hello, Brad.
I just wanted to let you know I would never listen to your show at 1.5 speed. That's rude.
Oh, thank you.
Inconsiderate.
Thank you so
You know,
much.
you guys put out a quality product, and I should be able to
try our
listen to
best.
it in not at 1.5. I listen at 1.2 speed, okay? I listen to every podcast ever at 1.2 speed. I'm not going to listen to them in real time. That's crazy. 2019, goddammit.
Where's the time?
Got a lot of content to get through, man. I get it.
I didn't even know that was an option.
Brad's living in the future. That's my takeaway.
I'm going to listen to all Brad's prank phone calls at 3 times speed because there's, 10,000 of them or something?
Yeah. He's been doing it for 3 decades effectively.
That's awesome.
Yeah, sorry, Brad. I got to get through a lot of content, so I'm going to be listening to it so fast I can't hear what you say.
I'm just picturing him seeing, you know that one commercial that's like, it's for some stereo system and it's the guy sitting on the couch and just like his tie's blowing backwards. It's that, but he's listening to Thought Cops.
Sad.
It's just going so fast. Instead of like the air being blown from the speaker system, it's just like he's going through time so much faster than us that everything's just blowing behind him.
Hey, Thought Cops. This is Roberto. Just wanted to touch base about this whole situation with T.I. and his daughter's hymen, or possibly a lack of thereof. So most people are most likely going to be up in arms and saying he's invading his daughter's privacy, which is completely understandable.
Yeah.
However, I think everybody's missing the more important message he's trying to send to his daughter, and very progressive, I would say, is that don't bust the hymen, but anal and anything with butt stuff, fair game. And,
Oh, no.
man, I'm pretty sure that's pretty progressive of him. I don't know what you guys think or where you stand on that, but personally, I think he's very progressive for allowing his daughter to do butt stuff, but not in the vagina. But yeah, that's up for debate, I'm sure. And the only thing more progressive, I think, is personally a porno with Caitlyn Jenner and Rachel Dolezal. I mean, that's fairly progressive, I'd say. So yeah, I'll keep in contact with you guys if I feel that we could discuss other things about T.I. and his daughter.
Great.
Toodles.
I feel like he left that voicemail while his dick was in his hand or something. Like, that's the way his voice sounds like.
Toodles.
Yeah, you hear about T.I.'s daughter going to the Planned Parenthood.
Very progressive. I can't stress to you how progressive it is.
You can hear the stroke, yeah.
Very progressive.
I think to me, it's just like, what doctor says, yeah, come look at your, come
look at your daughter's
grab a
hymen.
front row seat. Here's some popcorn, like anything for you, Mr. T.I. I like,
Jesus.
I understand he's a celebrity, but
Well, there you go.
I feel like at a certain point you take an oath, like, I will not cause ill.
Yeah.
I will try my best to heal people, and you cannot look at your daughter's pussy without her wanting that.
Hippocratic oath, more like a hypocrite oath.
Like, imagine I just can't imagine someone just like saying like, no, I demand I look at my daughter's coochie, like, is that, maybe I'm misinterpreting. Maybe he just asked for notes.
Well, I've got an even further point to make along these lines, which is Roberto. This is the same Roberto that used to leave us messages about Tim Allen's life.
Yep.
What happened with that? That was my favorite part of the show.
Yeah, that was
he would
early.
watch Last Man Standing and then comment on what this week's episode was about.
That's a really funny gag.
Yeah, that was in the very beginning of the show.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Start watching again. It's back on TV.
So let us know about T.I. and let us know what that crazy
I want to
Tim
do
Allen's
that to
up
a stranger. I want to start writing letters to someone, just giving recaps of TV shows and see how long till the FBI is like, what are you planning?
You should. Clop content.
Just like, I love the idea of me, like, cops come to my doors like, are you giving your neighbors recaps of The Masked Singer? What do you have against America? Like, it's like a big,
Hey, bitch, fuck cop.
Oh.
You know what's really fucking ugly when people do this? So, okay, I sometimes am a lay Redditor and go on r/off, and
Tips Fedora.
rule of thumb is post cute animal pics.
Kevin's face.
Don't post your ugly fucking kids. No one wants to see that shit. No one thinks Mick Braden, that you don't vaccinate, or Mick Bradaline, spelled with a J, is cute. Your kids are fucking ugly, especially if they're white. White babies look like nut sacks. Your kids aren't cute. Only small animals, big animals, scaly animals, only animals are cute, not human children. They aren't cute, especially if they're white. They're fucking ugly. No one likes them. You probably aren't going to like them when they have sentience and get mad that you're posting their pictures on fucking Reddit to brag how cute. Spoiler, they aren't cute. They are to strangers because your parents need attention. Don't post your kids on cute animal things because your kids aren't cute.
I'm saying this because me and Nico are friends. We get it. You don't want kids.
Seriously.
So
yeah. We get it. You smoke weed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Less white. Sure. Yeah. Less white
kids.
Huzzah.
Dude, there's someone. There's like a Peter Sweden out there that's fucking listening to this episode, just like fuming over like. White birth rates are declining already. How dare they? How dare you?
I don't know. People these days just want to eat hot chip and lie.
I don't understand what you said, but it made me laugh.
I understood what you said, and I regret understanding it.
Thanks, voicemail.
Thought cops. I've got a 2 minutes of hate for you. Okay, you know when you're at the gym and you're in your weight training, and all of a sudden this guy comes up behind you and he just stomps on you, and you just know you've been picked on, and you get a little pissed off, but you just can't really get angry because you're not really used to that kind of aggression. So when you get punched a little bit less than you feel like you should. But when you've been picked on, you get picked on a lot. It really hurts to get punched a lot. That's really the thing that we're talking about here. And what does this mean? It's really the root of the problem. Because the most important thing to realize is that we are not talking about just one kind of violence.
What the fuck? I didn't know Werner Herzog did alt comedy.
So I have a confession with this one. Because we've been playing with this Talk to Transformer app or website, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And we've been having fun with it's talktotransformer.com, and if you just type out any sentence, it'll just complete like an entire paragraph or a script or something for you. And I was doing it with like the Thought Cops intro. Welcome to Thought Cops, the only show, blah blah blah. And it'd just like write a script for like a funny like AI bot would write, you know, a Thought Cops episode for us.
Which is how the show will be produced from now on.
So I wrote one for him, just like, hey, Thought Cops, I've got 2 minutes of hate for you. And it filled out the rest of it. So he just read that and called it in.
Oh, that was okay. Okay.
Is that what just happened?
Yeah.
It was so good.
I would not have.
It was on point, right?
I would never have known the difference.
It just felt like a silly story.
That's what they all are. I think we have one more from him here too.
Yeah, that's why it was so good.
Normal
it's
one.
like right within the parameters of, it sounded perfect.
Yeah.
You know when someone step on you? When you're at the gym?
When you're at the gym.
It made me really laugh. That really had me fucking laughing.
Really did. I think all three of us were dying.
There's no way you could be ready for that.
No preparation.
Speaking of.
Yeah, let's play this last one.
Wearing shorts outside in the winter.
What is he loading a gun? I didn't even hear what he said. Let me play it again.
Wearing shorts outside in the winter. Who are you, Maddox?
Who are you, what?
Maddox. I don't think he ever said he wore shorts outside in the winter.
I can see him doing that.
He did say he didn't wear a coat because that's what Socrates did.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
It sounds like he's loading a fucking pistol.
It sounds like a pistol or like a big cartoon bottle of pills. And he's just taking them.
Maybe.
One of these days you're going to hear that. You're going to hear in the background. It's now arriving at O'Hare Airport.
Thought Cops. I'm coming. I'm outside your door right now.
Anyway, if you want to threaten us with a voicemail, you can do it yourself at 312-788-7361 or send an audio file to thoughtcopspodcast@gmail.com. You can support the show if you'd like to at patreon.com/thoughtcops. Anything helps, and you will get bonus content, we promise. Check it out. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Aaron, for coming back on the show.
It was fun. Thank you, guys.
Always a blast.
Thank you.
This is a cool show. We're cool fans.
And we'll see you all next time.
See ya.